Hello and welcome to the ride out that you guys have been waiting for. Yes, I am out with the new Lexmoto LXR 125. Yes, I said that right. 125cc. Learner legal. Let's take a look, shall we? Now, the first thing that you guys are going to take note of on this bike is its impressive large size. Yes, it is a 125cc bike that looks like a big bike, which is going to be a great appeal to you guys. If we start at the front, I will turn this one on so you can have a look at the lights. We've got a beautiful arrangement at the front here. Single daytime running light. We've also got these little accents which are LED, as well as the rings around the projection lights on both sides. It looks brilliant. Okay, looking at the braking system on this bike, you'll see two impressively large wavy discs. Now, these do not function as a dual braking system for just the front. This bike is fitted with combined braking. How that works on this model is the front brake activates the left-hand disc, and the right-hand disc is activated when you activate the rear disc brake. Moving further back down the bike, you get a chance to see that amazing red trellis frame. Now, it is only red on the black and red model. The white and blue model has a silver frame. You get a chance to have a look at that amazing stainless steel exhaust system. Yes, we have not gone for a mild steel exhaust system that's been painted black. We have gone stainless steel straight out the bat. Moving back further, you get a chance to take a look at that rear section. We have a monoshock. We also have a rear disc brake as well, which is again wavy. Moving around to the back, you get to see this lovely rear braking light system, as well as some LED indicators. I'll fire those on so you can have a look. There you go, nice and bright. You are going to be seen with those. All in all, it is a really beautiful bike. I love it. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I think that you guys are going to be blown away when you see this in the showrooms. Let's have a look at the controls. Cancel the indicator. Well, actually, let's keep that on. Looking at the controls, we have starter, we've got light controls, we have a kill switch. We've also got an adjustable brake lever on this one, so if you find that the reach is a little too much or too little, you can tweak that. The left-hand side, we've got a horn. We have indicators, which you can, obviously I cancelled that one there. We also have light controls and a passing light. Now you can see the controls on the speedometer. As I press that, you've got the high beam light coming on. As I put the indicator on, that side, or that side, comes through. Other information, we've got the fuel gauge running up there. We've got odometer, we've got the speed, we've got a gear indicator and your RPM as well. What more could you want out of this bike? To give you an idea of size-wise, I am 6 foot and it's comfortable. I've got my feet flat on the ground on either side. However, we have found with some of the shorter riders, it is a little bit of a struggle. If you are one of those people that do find bikes a little bit tall at times, I would certainly recommend popping down to your local Lexmoto dealer and having a sit on one of these before you get your heart broken. So, you guys probably want to go out for a ride, I'd imagine. Okay, right, we are good to go. Fire it up, we can hear that amazing exhaust tone. And I'm going to do a completely different route to normal. You guys want to see what this thing can do speed-wise. So I'm going to go down towards the M5, and because I'm a full motorcycle license holder, I'm going to go on the motorway. Huzzah! And we will see how it gets on speed-wise. Now, bearing in mind with regard to speed, it is going to vary a little bit because I am 18 stone, 6 foot tall, and I am a little bit heavy for a 125, but even then, if you are lighter or shorter than me, it'll give you a good idea of what you can expect, or in excess of. So let me tell you about this bike. We have been working on this bike for a while. We actually received this bike early July. Yes, we received this bike and we kept stum about it. The reason why we kept stum about it is because we took a bike from the first batch and we have been hammering it to make sure we are absolutely happy with the quality on this bike before we even mention it to you guys. In the past, we've sort of talked about bikes as early as possible, got everyone excited, and then there's been a bit of a wait whilst the bike actually arrives. But we've taken a different approach to that, and I'd be keen to hear your thoughts on that. Whether you feel that is a good way to do things, or whether you do like getting a bit excited about a bike before it comes out. Now, we actually found ourselves announcing this bike and selling out of it on the same day. As of this current moment, we have sold out of the first container and we have filled pre-orders on the next 2 containers. They are in demand. So if you are considering one of these, I would certainly check out what your local dealer has available, if they have one, or alternatively talk to them about placing a pre-order, because these are going very quick. We will be having this bike available for you guys to take a look at Motorcycle Live in November. So if you haven't had a chance to take a look at one of these in the flesh, that will be a good opportunity. And I would well imagine that we would also have the bike available at MTN London as well in the new year. So, what have we got on here? Let's talk about the handling. Handling wise, we've got those really nice broad tyres with CST rubber on. They do a great job. We've ridden this one in the rain as well. Whilst yes, with any tyre you need to be a little bit more cautious in the rain, they still do a great job. The suspension on this bike is carried out by a telescopic front suspension system. It's not USC, which is it's not too much of an issue. It does an ample job of absorbing the bumps, which is what you need it to do. And on the rear there's a monoshock there as well. The braking, as I said before, comes courtesy of a front brake and a rear brake, which activates both the front and rear. As we head down to the roundabout, we got clear run, we're good. Now, the motor on this bike is a 125cc liquid cooled motor. The actual engine internals, it is effectively the same engine as we've encountered and used on the Lexmoto LXR, LXR, Tempest and Michigan. The difference being that we have the liquid cooled section on the top end. And that enables it to kick out a little bit more power and helps you get up to speed more quickly. So we're going to head up onto the M5, head along, and we'll do a nice little route. Now, the gearing on this bike, it is a 5-speed motor which has 2 valves. And it performs really nice and smoothly. We're not quite at the point of tuck in, but we are keeping up with the traffic at about 8,500 RPM. If I go for the infamous tuck, we'll see what we can get up to. And there we are at 70 mile an hour, even with my bulky frame on it. Obviously, if you have a body shape which is more like a jockey, then you will find it a lot easier. So let me tell you a little bit about the factory who we are using for this bike. This is a new factory to us, and they're a factory known as Taro. Whilst they are a new factory to us, they are using an engine that we have a great deal of confidence in, which is the Zhongshen motor. Now Taro have been going for a number of years, and they are based in the Taizhou area of China. You generally find most Taizhou factories tend to do scooters because there's a greater availability of larger plastic suppliers, whereas places like Chongqing or Guangzhou, they sort of just buy in the plastics and get smaller ones made locally. Now, we've been very impressed with these guys. The design of this bike, you might notice these accents to the side of the fairing. The Designata Italia. I'm probably going to get crucified by Italians for saying that in a ridiculous way. But the bike was developed by an Italian design studio, hence why the proportions on it are that which are more akin to Western riders. Briefly come on. I'm going to pop off again down here. So at Lexmoto we are really keen to try and produce the best bike possible. So we would like your ideas on things that you would like to see featured on the LXR, ways that you think we can make it better. We'll of course listen to that feedback and see what we can do. We are not a company who rests on our morals. We want to make sure that we are providing the best bikes possible at the very best prices. We have over 120 dealerships in our network in the UK, as well as a couple distributors internationally as well. We want to make sure people are riding motorcycles because it is fun, it is awesome, it saves you time. You don't have to pay for parking. The list goes on and on of reasons why you should be riding a bike, and we want everyone to experience that. At Lexeter or Lexmoto, we do everything to do with bikes. We've got our Chinese Motorcycle Parts Online brand, which deal with parts for motorcycles and scooters. We've got Lextech, which deal with aftermarket parts for motorcycles and scooters. Everything that we do is bikes. We do not diversify into things like lawnmowers or pianos. We're going to merge onto this section of road like a boss. This is many different things. It is affordable, it is great quality, but more important than any of those factors, it is fun to ride. Because if you aren't having fun, what's the point? This is what riding is all about. Seeing that landscape unfold in front of you, challenging each corner. You just don't get this in a car. There's no way you can get it in a car. In a car, you've got all these distractions. You've got your stereo, you've got comfy seats, seat massagers, seat heaters. All this stuff to try and make your journey bearable. You don't need that on a bike. You just enjoy it. A lot of people think motorcyclists are crazy when they see them riding in the wind and rain. But as a motorcyclist, we think you're crazy for just not knowing what you guys are missing. I mean, like this person in front, I've got no idea who they are. Never met them before. But we have motorcycling in common. You don't get that with car owners. Oh mate, you drive a car, let's find out about it, let's talk about your experiences. No, it doesn't happen. Riding a motorbike, it's a kinsmanship, a brotherhood. Well, I hope you have enjoyed coming along with me today to take a closer look at the Lexmoto LXR. I've certainly enjoyed having you along with me. If you had any questions about the bike or Lexmoto in general, then feel free to pop them down in the comments below and we will do our very best to get back to you. Be sure to subscribe, press the notifications bell to make sure you don't miss out any future videos, and also definitely consider checking out our Facebook and Instagram pages because there's good stuff there. You are missing out if you do not have it. Until next time, I wish you well. I look forward to seeing you in a video again soon. Until then, ta-ra. Now I'm off to have fun.